getting back to sleep can be very challenging. Some people struggle a lot, and it's different from just trying to fall asleep when it's bedtime, the first time you actually go to your bed. And I understand this situation. It's terrible. You're in your bed, you realize it's been 30 minutes since you woke up and you can't get back to sleep. And you start stressing out because tomorrow you have an important exam or an important appointment and you can't be tired. The sensation is horrible. I've been there. But let me tell you something. You will avoid those situations. It will never happen to you again if you apply the 5 rules I'm about to give you. The first rule is stay disconnected. Don't look at your phone, don't look at your tablet, don't look at your computer, don't look at any device. It sounds pretty obvious, right? But I guarantee, I know some people when they wake up in the middle of the night and they just want to go to the restroom, they take their phone with them, which is completely nonsense. Because if you take your phone, firstly, the blue light coming from the phone is going to make you more awake, it's going to make you more alert, which then makes it harder to get back to sleep. And also because if you see the notifications, if you go on social media, then your mind has to process a bunch of informations coming from your phone. Oh, that person texted me, I have to reply to that person. Oh, Donald Trump got shot. All those informations, you have to process them, which makes you more awake, more alert. So then it doesn't facilitate at all falling asleep. Plus, if you look at your phone, you're gonna inevitably know the hour. Which brings me to the next rule. The next rule you need to follow is don't look at the hour. Listen, it doesn't matter what time it is, knowing the hour cannot make the situation any better. And indeed, when you wake up during your sleep, you're in some kind of relaxed state. You're very chill, right? You're out of reality. You're kind of lightheaded. And it's normal because you've been sleeping since now. So, if you want to get back to sleep, you have to stay in that state of sleepiness. It makes sense, right? And that's what getting back to sleep is all about. That's the whole point. And you'll see that each rule that I'm giving you today follows that logic of staying in that disconnected state, that state of sleepiness, right? But if you start looking at the hour, looking at the clock, then you start to think, your brain is turned on. You start to think, well, I have 3 hours of sleep left. At 8 a.m. in 4 hours, I have this important appointment. Well, why do I wake up at 5 a.m. suddenly each night? Hopefully in 10 minutes, I'll be asleep again. So your mind starts to work, so it makes you more alert. You're kind of leaving that disconnected state, that state of sleepiness, where your mind was turned off, out of reality, right? So don't look at the clock, turn the clock over. Don't look at your watch, don't look at your phone, stay away from knowing the hour. Now, the third rule is don't think. I mean, it's impossible not to think, right? But try to restrict your mind. Meaning, you have ideas, you have thoughts coming, but don't follow them. Because in fact, middle of the night thoughts are completely irrelevant. You're not lucid, you're not conscious. As I just told you, you're in a disconnected state, you're out of touch with reality. So it's the worst time to think about something important, about, oh, that person texted me, I have this exam, I should have revised my lessons. Don't think about it. And instead, focus on your exhaustion, because when you wake up during your sleep, it doesn't matter if you wake up after 1 hour or after 5 hours of sleep, you feel an extreme fatigue, you're extremely tired, right? So focus on that exhaustion and tell yourself, well, I need to be positive, right? Because thanks to that exhaustion, it's very easy for me to get back to sleep if I don't start to think about this and that and the other, right? So don't think too much, try to restrict your mind. Let your mind wander, but don't follow your ideas, don't follow your thoughts, and try to focus on your exhaustion, your physical and mental fatigue. And be positive, because if you're extremely tired, which you are, you'll naturally get back to sleep in just 5 to 10 minutes. So just close your eyes and be positive. Now, the next advice is the environment. You need to change the environment, change the light especially, because maybe when you go to your bed the first time, when you actually go to bed at bedtime to sleep, maybe there isn't any light in your bedroom, but Then, as the sun rises, you have some sunlight coming in your bedroom. Well, put the blinds down or wear a face mask, but try to avoid light at all costs because bright light suppresses melatonin, which is the hormone involved in sleepiness, so you don't want to reduce melatonin, right? And if you wake up to go to the restroom, try to turn on as little light as possible. Now, of course, don't take risks, don't take the risk of falling down the stairs. Stay safe. But if you have a really good option, which is a really tiny lamp, a tiny light, try to turn it on instead of big overhead lights. So limit the stimulus, limit the light, try to turn on as little light as possible. And now the last advice is don't eat or don't drink anything. Because when you eat or when you drink something, you actually burn calories, right? It requires energy. So you activate your metabolism. You actually send blood to your guts to aid digestion, which increases your heart rate. Your body temperature increases as well. But to get back to sleep, to fall asleep in general, you need your heart rate and body temperature to be lower than usual, lower than baseline. So eating will cause the exact opposite of what you need to get back to sleep. So don't drink or don't eat anything. If you apply those tips again, it will never happen to you again. You will get back to sleep pretty easily each night. That being said, you can leave a like if you enjoyed the video. You can subscribe to my channel as well. Click the bell button, and I see you next time.